Well, with his easy win in South Carolina, Donald Trump has even more momentum going into Super Tuesday primaries on March 1st. The GOP field continues to shrink with Jeb Bush out, leaving Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, John Kasich, and Ben Carson chasing after the billionaire mogul. Hillary Clinton beat Bernie Sanders in the Nevada Democratic caucuses yesterday, giving her campaign a much-needed boost. Well, political analyst Mark Sandalo joins us now live from Washington to break down all of this. Mark, why is Trump's win in South Carolina so important?
Jared, take a look at his strategy in South Carolina. He insults John McCain for not being a war hero. He says the war in Iraq is a terrible mistake and George W. Bush was a liar for taking us there. He gets booed and insults the crowd at a South Carolina debate exactly a week before the primary. And then a few days to go, he gets in a verbal fight with the Pope, of all people. This is not typically a winning strategy. He wins by double digits. It suggests there is something else going on here, and the polls last night suggest that something else is anger. It's anger at Washington, anger at politics as usual, anger at immigrants, anger at Muslims. Donald Trump has been able to ride that anger better than anyone else. Hope usually beats out fear in an election. We'll see how far anger can take Donald Trump.
Someone who seemed pretty hopeful, Jeb Bush, how does his dropping out of the race shake this whole thing up?
You know, shake-up might be a little strong, tremble a little bit. When you're polling at 4% nationally, it's not going to turn the race on its head. Now, if all of his supporters were to back Marco Rubio, Rubio is suddenly just a little bit behind Trump. Trump laughed at the stupidity of that argument last night, saying, well, they're not all going to go to one person. Some will come to me. But let me tell you, very few Jeb voters are going Donald Trump's way. The more the race consolidates, the more helpful it is to the few who remain.
Let's take a look at the other side of the aisle. How important is Hillary Clinton's win in Nevada here?
She had always said that when it came to a more diverse electorate, Iowa, New Hampshire, among the whitest states in the country, she would do better. And sure enough, among minorities, particularly African Americans, she did well. It's real important because the next state coming up for Democrats is South Carolina. Half the voters there, half the Democratic voters, are African Americans. African Americans are critical for any Democratic candidate. The last Democrat to win the White House by winning the white vote was Lyndon Johnson in 1964. So Democrats need to show they can flex their muscles with minorities. That's what Clinton did last night.
Last question. According to a recent public policy survey out of North Carolina, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are still leading their primary opponents by double digits here, but 47% of voters surveyed said that they might still change their minds between now and the March 15th primary. What could be a catalyst for North Carolina voters to change their mind a month out from the primary?
Standing at a rally in Chapel Hill and yelling, "Go Gamecocks," it's pretty hard to figure out what it would be. I think that voters are paying attention for the first time as those votes come, so now is their chance to get their message out. Donald Trump has proven there are no game changers. Fighting the Pope doesn't even change it, so I think it's a matter of just getting their message out to the voters and having people pay attention.
Very interesting to see what happens. Thanks a lot, Mark. Political analyst Mark Sandalo in Washington for us this morning.